Welcome to Value Chain News Update. My name is Umar Isa Bununu. The federal government has been advised to review the country's public-private partnership framework with a view to removing bottlenecks and attract foreign direct investment. Speaking on Value Chain program, a business mogul Alhaji Bashir Othman said this has become necessary if Nigeria is to create a market base for the projection of the country in good light. He said this will create good customer relations and business outreach based on reciprocal transactions.
So customer relation in terms of establishing a proper market base that can be able to sell the country is very, very important. So that's why you can see recently, I think from the ambassador of Belgium, ambassadors of the Scandinavians and so other countries are trying their best to see that they have established these forums, and the ambassadors of Turkey. They've seen that when they establish these forums, they create a lot of business outreach that will attract investment to Nigeria and at the same time reciprocate the kind of. I'll give you an example. In Turkey, a lot of people go to buy furniture. A lot of people travel to buy furniture. If you look at, I think the last time in the GDPs, a lot of figures were coming out, in billions, but then there's no reciprocity. What are they taking from Nigeria?
Well,
where's the oil? They're not even buying the oil from Nigeria. They're not even buying our oil to reciprocate the kind of business that we're doing with them. So trade has to be, these days, you have to establish a proper bilateral trade agreements that can be able to show reciprocity in the transaction we're doing with both countries, so that we can ensure a balance in the trade deficits. And this is why I think it's important we focus and market the country. And then, of course, that framework, that PPP framework is very, very, very important and vital. That's the only way we can get these things right if we want to attract investment. There has to be that front desk that will explain to investors without them coming to Nigeria. There are so many avenues online these days that when you click at the button, somebody will be there to talk to you even live.
Moving on, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has been speaking on why he fell out with his deputy, Philip Shuaibu.
What struck me, and I've never said this to anybody, is that after I proclaimed the House of Assembly, we're now going to elect officers to the House of Assembly. He was in Abuja. He came back that day. I'm the chief security officer of the state. I get any information I need. How can somebody swear to an affidavit, right? A public officer, with information that is patently wrong and false, that we stopped him from coming into ESCO. Meanwhile, you attended that ESCO and you signed.
The retail price of cooking gas has risen to 800 naira per kilogram hours after reports that price of the commodity will increase in coming days. Stakeholders confirmed the increment, citing rising international prices, high tax rates and prices of vessels, forex scarcity, and naira devaluation as factors responsible. Hawa Aliyu Balasa completes the report.
The Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers on Thursday told customers to brace up for tougher times, as it projected a price hike of the commodity starting next week. However, the president refused to state the amount its members are buying the product from the source. Oladakpa said the price increment is unfortunate and that consumers, middlemen, and retailers are feeling the impact because business is now on the low side amid a decline in purchasing power. He said the situation is very unfortunate because prices are going higher and Nigerian consumers are passing through very difficult times because they can no longer afford gas. He said some customers are beginning to depend on firewood, charcoal, and sawdust for cooking, and called on the government to appoint the minister that will be in charge of the sector to see through the ongoing situation, alleviate the suffering of the masses by providing palliatives, reducing taxes and levies. In addition, Oladipo said Nigerian LNG will have to look at catering for domestic needs above exportation to cushion the effects and to fix prices with consumers' sympathy in mind. Hawali Balasa, Value Chain TV.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has revealed that Niger Republic currently owes Nigeria 4.22 billion naira for power supply. The Commission, in its first quarter report 2023, revealed that Niger's state power firm is yet to remit the 5.48 million naira invoice issued for power supply by the Nigerian market operator. Patience Chad Moses reports.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission's report indicates that none of the underlisted international customers made any payments against a cumulative $16.11 million invoice issued to them in the first quarter of 2023. The report said that out of 8.3 million naira invoice issued to all 8 bilateral customers in the NESI, only North-South Pipe made a remittance of 15.3 million against its invoice of 24.6 million. NERC mandated the market operator to invoke the provisions of the market rules to curtail the payments indiscipline being exhibited by various market participants. Value chain findings revealed that last week the power supply from Nigeria to the Republic of Niger was stopped on the second day of August 2023. Nigeria also exports electricity to the Republics of Benin and Niger based on various transaction service agreements. Electricity supplied to Niger is produced in Kainji Dam located in Niger State. However, to free itself from its energy dependence on Nigeria, Niger is working to complete its first dam by 2025. Located at about 180 kilometers upstream from Niamey, the Kandachi Dam is projected to generate about 629 gigawatt-hours of electricity annually.
The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, remains positive on oil demand outlook, even as oil prices fell slightly on Thursday, with Brent crude holding close to January highs and speculation about another U.S. interest rate hike faded following inflation data. Patience Chad Moses has the report.
Both benchmarks have been on a sustained rally since June, with West Texas Intermediate crude trading at its highest this year on Thursday and Brent hitting its highest price since January, while the Brent crude fell 72 cents to $8.6 per barrel. The WTI was down by 46 cents at $87 after falling by $1 earlier in the season. Oil prices have been boosted in recent days by extensions to output cuts by Saudi Arabia and Russia, alongside supply fears driven by the potential for conflict between Russia and Ukraine in the Black Sea region to threaten Russian oil shipments. But recent data showed the consumer sector in China fell into deflation and factory gate prices extend declines in July, raising concerns about fuel demand in the world's second-largest economy. The US is also prohibiting some investment in China in sensitive technologies like computer chips and requires government notification in other tech sectors. Lending support to prices, OPEC said in its monthly report on Thursday it expected a healthy oil market for the rest of the year and stuck by its forecast for robust oil demand in 2024 as the outlook for world global economic growth slightly improves.
That's the news, and thank you for watching. My name is Umar Isa Bununu.